Let me make this smaller. What is going on, everybody? It is an Obi-Wan Plays Nintendo Enthusiast Takeover. We're taking over Sean and Jason's show. And so, forget about them dudes. It's all about Obi-Wan Command. Whoa. What's up? Let's put on the hype hat. Let's put on the hype hat.
You know what? I got my own hype hat right here.
Oh, Jesus. Let me know. He's subscribed. He's surprised.
It's not as cool as yours, but
I'm
bringing some hype too here.
That's right, baby. It's a double hype. What is sombrero, Sean?
I don't get the shade.
It's upstairs.
Get your sombrero, dude.
What's up, Rhinosity? I see you in the chat, homie. And so, let's get hype for Nintendo. We got them Callie and Marie amiibos.
All right, let's get as hyped as we can. As hype as Nintendo's letting us be these days. But welcome, everybody. Thank you, Obi-Wan, for that amazing intro. Welcome to your Nintendo Enthusiast Class vs. Crass Nintendo podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jason. Co-host with me, Sean Long.
Yo, yo.
And special guest tonight.
What is going on, everybody? I know y'all like the hand waves. It's distracting you. What's up?
Well, yeah, that's why we brought you on. We like the hand waves, we like the hype hat, we like everything. But mostly we had to bring you on before you got too popular. You were kind of getting a little big there. Your channel just grew bigger than us, so we said we gotta get to this guy before he gets too popular.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best, man.
You're doing good.
You're doing good.
I appreciate the Nintendo love, man. I appreciate you guys inviting me. I really appreciate it. This channel has great content. And so I see some of my subscribers in the chat. You guys have to subscribe to this channel. Check these dudes out. They deliver great quality Nintendo content. They have factual information. Y'all know I just talk off the top of my head. And so you got to go to Nintendo Enthusiast to verify what Obi-Wan is saying. That's it.
Wow. Thank you for that shout out. You heard it from Obi-Wan first. You come to us for the information, and you go to Obi-Wan for the
polish.
Exactly.
For the hype.
The hype. He brings it with the hype. We bring it with the lameness.
You guys got it, man. Yeah,
awesome.
Man. So what's going on in Nintendo Land?
What is going on in Nintendo Land? Not much is going on in Nintendo Land. In fact, there's so little in headlines, we got to change the format of this show just for tonight. So if this is your first time joining us on Class vs. Crass, we usually have a format where we spend the first segment going, what have you been playing? That's where Sean and I and the guests go over what we've been playing over the past week in the Nintendo world. Then we go into the major Nintendo headlines, which usually is the majority of the show, since Nintendo has decided to kind of say, you know, guys, come back next year.
You're on your own until March 2017.
Right. So tonight's topic is there any hype left for Nintendo in 2016?
That hype juice is gone, baby.
So you have three very vocal Nintendo fans here tonight, each with different opinions. Some more cynical than others, but we're gonna get to the bottom of this, and of course there's every one of you wonderful people in the chat with your opinions too, which we are looking very forward to having that discussion with you guys.
Let's talk about it.
Then the final section, of course, is the what do we call this? The lightning round. and that is where we take your questions and topics, where we toss them up. And because we have a special guest tonight, and a really hyped up guest, look at him over there. I welcome you guys to ask him any questions or topics you want up for Obi-Wan. All right, we got the ground rules in place.
Yeah,
let's go.
All right. Oh, and just to make it more fun, we're going to toss in 2 codes tonight. What are we tossing up?
Free games.
Free games.
I want a free game.
You get free games, don't you?
I want more free games.
I'll give you have another Star Fox Zero.
There you go, baby. There you go.
Right.
I got one right here. There's the Star Fox Zero. There you go.
Very nice. We're gonna talk about that
we can
too.
talk about Star Fox Zero. We want to, man.
There's a lot to talk about
Oh,
because Sean put out a video about Nintendo 64 Star Fox.
I did see it, man.
And then
I'm not trying to stick to the rules. I want to talk about Star Fox.
So do I, because I saw your tweet and I didn't like it. So we're gonna talk about that too.
Let's talk about it. Let's go, baby.
But first, the free games. What are the free games? So we've got Affordable Space Adventures tonight, and what else are we gonna give out? We're gonna give out Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. How's that sound?
Sounds
Which
good.
console?
All right.
Well, Affordable's on the Wii U. Let's give out Shantae for the 3DS.
Isn't it cross-buy?
I don't know. You gave me 2 codes. I don't know how this works.
It might be cross-buy.
It might be cross-buy.
You might
Yeah. So maybe
you might be able to get the Wii U for free.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
We'll see.
Beats me.
All right. So you guys ready? What have you been playing? Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. I have never played no, not Star Fox. I was about to say Star Fox. I played it and beat it. I've never played any Pokemon games before. And so with my subscribers, I have started playing Pokemon X, which it's a solid RPG game, but the story is a little lukewarm. And so I've been playing Pokemon X, Ratchet and Clank. Oh my goodness, Ratchet and Clank is the bomb.com. But Ratchet and Clank, great game, great game. I'm almost to the end of it, so I'm playing Ratchet and Clank. And the last, there's another, Uncharted. I'm waiting for Uncharted 4. That's tonight, though. Uncharted.
I don't have a PlayStation, but I really want one just to play Uncharted.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing, man.
Really? Just
wait, I'm sorry, Jason. Splatoon. Your boy plays Splatoon every single day. Matter of fact, when I was checking out the time of this stream, I was checking the schedule to see what the map rotation is in Splatoon, because right after this, I got to get on Splatoon, man. It's like I got to get that Splatoon in, man. I got to get that ink juice in, man.
So I'm curious, were you surprised by Splatoon? Like, were you looking forward to it, or did it really just grab you when it came out?
I was completely surprised when it was first revealed at, where was it, E3 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I was scratching my head. I was like, what is this? They're ending with the E3 with this game. And so I was skeptical of the game. I wasn't at E3. I couldn't play the game. It wasn't until the test fire demo, when I got my hands on the game, I was sold. I started to play the game. Let's talk about let's put some Star Fox Zero in this.
For sure. Let's go to Splatoon.
I started to play it with the right stick, because it's a traditional shooter. And then dudes were like, Obi-Wan, you got to try the game out with the motion controls. I switched to motion controls, haven't turned back. Splatoon. If you want to be a beast in Splatoon, you got to go with motion controls. And so Splatoon, it sold me after the test fire demo. Why wasn't there a Star Fox Zero demo? Huh, Jason?
Oh, you want to get into it right now?
Why? Because Nintendo knew the controls suck.
Because they knew a lot of people didn't know how to get good.
Yeah, we got to get good. We got to get good.
You do.
So I'm joking, man. But some dudes like it. Some dudes don't like the controls.
We talking about Splatoon or Star Fox?
Star Fox.
Okay. Star Fox is a whole other topic. We'll get into that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Man, you even got a hype towel with you. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right, man. So you got to wipe the hype juice off.
Oh, the hype juice. I do not want to drink the hype juice.
You got to let me squeeze it in a cup for you.
It's a little salty. Sean, what have you been playing?
That Pokemon Rumble World game that
You're
I'm supposed
still
to have.
playing that?
Ow.
I can't play it for long periods of time without getting bored. So like that, I have an indie game that I'm supposed to be reviewing, but I watched Koopman did a preview of it, and it literally looks like it was made in like an hour. and so that should be an easy game to play and review because oh my god, it looks terrible. Something space racer or some shit. I don't know. It looks terrible. I've been playing the Overwatch beta on PS4. I didn't really like it. It's okay, but for like a $20 game, $30 game, sure. As a full retail release, I don't see it being that interesting. And I've been playing a lot of N64 stuff lately, man. I don't know why. I've just been on an N64 kick.
Can't go wrong with Nintendo 64.
Yeah, Star Fox 64. I've been playing that a lot.
Building it up to this discussion.
Yeah, because it's interesting because I'm kind of in the middle. You're on one side and Obi's on the other side, so it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, he's being loud on that side over there. I like it too in the Google Hangout where you're in the middle and I'm on the.
There you go. We got the quiet, neutral, loud.
Yeah. All right, let's go into what I've been playing. What have I been playing? I got a little bit more Twilight Princess in, which I forgot that game. It's boring. I forgot how boring it was.
Yeah. Wow. Go ahead. Yeah, I have to say too, with Twilight Princess HD, even the original Twilight Princess, it never was my favorite Zelda 3D game. It's almost at the bottom, above Majora's Mask.
I think I agree with you on this one.
Yeah, see, I have it as overall my third favorite Zelda.
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah, the first 2 hours are kind of way too slow.
Whoa!
The village dungeon. They trap you in the village, herding goats and catching fish and chasing after cats and flying birds and knocking down honeybee trees. What's going on, Zelda?
Did you just shit in my bathroom?
They trap you in a dungeon for like 2 hours, man. They tripping.
I mean,
go ahead.
Did your cat just take a dump?
No, look in the chat. Some dude just walked in my house and shat in my bathroom and then commented in the chat about it.
Really? I just pooped in your. Oh, it's Alex.
Yes.
He probably. And did he really though?
Yes, he's right. I didn't even know he was here. He's freaking in the kitchen. Sorry, guys.
And he's talking in the chat about it.
What a jerk. Yeah, Twilight Princess. I don't know. It could have been better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just finished collecting all the light things around Lake Hylia, and I was just, or Hylia. I don't know. I pronounced things wrong.
The fetch quest.
And I'm just, it's just so boring. I'm like, okay, run. Where's this little glowy thing? Look at the map. Run to the dot. Okay, let's move the story. It's
so you can explore the areas.
I understand the point of it, but it doesn't feel intuitive that I want to.
And don't get me wrong, it's still a good game. It's a good game. I mean, so I'm judging it by Zelda standards. And so when I say it's like the second worst Zelda game compared to every other game, it's still wonderful. But there's some things that I think it could have tightened up a bit. Like you said, the fetch quest. I hate fetch quests in games, man. Skyward Sword had some of the best Zelda elements, some of the worst. The fetch quests were horrible. And so Twilight Princess HD, some of the dungeons I think could have been fine-tuned a little better, but not to nitpick. Overall, it's a good game though. It's Zelda. Zelda.
It is. It's just in the Zelda totem pole. I'd rather be playing Wind Waker HD.
Oh, that's my favorite Zelda 3D Zelda game. Wind Waker HD.
Okay.
It only had 4 dungeons, but them 4 dungeons were good. They were good.
They were. But what else have I been playing? Okay, so Sean put out this video on some stupid channel that he has about, is Star Fox
85, baby.
That's something like that.
Go ahead.
So he was saying, is Star Fox Zero a better value than Star Fox 64?
No, better game.
I know, I was poking fun.
He said Star Fox Zero is better overall than 64.
No, he's saying 64 is better.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert. That's what he comes down to at the end.
That's why Sean is the homie, Jason. Right now, you're in the homie list corner.
No, I'm about to get a lot of homies. Listen to this. So after I saw that video, I was like, I haven't played Star Fox 64 in a while. Maybe he's right. So I go to download it on the eShop. It's not there. So then I put a tweet. I'm like, Nintendo, what are you doing? Why aren't you putting Star Fox and Star Fox 64 out there?
Yeah.
But I have it on my 3DS, so I played the 3D version, which should be the same. Played it, made it 3 levels in, stopped it, couldn't do it. The levels are boring. The story is way less engaging. And I'm comparing this to Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero, faster pace, way more engaging. And now, let me finish. So you guys are all like, oh, the controls are better. The controls are so lame. They're just so lame. Like, I'm getting hit by things where I can't even see. And this is Star Fox 64. Star Fox Zero, I know why I'm getting hit because I screwed up. I
yeah.
can precisely go like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, then I'm gonna shoot you. Star Fox 64, I'm shooting you. Oh, but my ship's bouncing all around the screen because everything is tied to the same controls. I hate it.
Jason,
Now go.
get good. Get
Yeah,
good.
good.
Get good. No, I'm joking. But this is my thing with Star Fox Zero. Now, and I've said it before, it's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Actually, it's It's but my thing with the game is, for me, it seems to suffer from an identity crisis. It is an arcade shooter. An arcade shooter, you're supposed to just pick up and play it.
Right.
And so my thing with the game is the learning curve. And when you're in the normal flight modes, when you're just going down the narrow the corridor or whatever, it's cool.
Are we talking about Star Fox Zero?
Star Fox Zero.
Okay.
When you get to all range mode in the boss battles,
Battles are the worst.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the meat and potatoes of a game, man. The climax of the stage is to get to the boss battles, and so you get to the boss battles, and I think it's overly complicated in some areas, and so it's just I want to love this game, but and so that's how I feel about it, man.
So I felt the same way when I started Star Fox Zero. I was playing like you make it to that snow level with the boss. And I was dying, and I was like, "This is so stupid. Why do they lock the camera? I can't do anything." And I rage quit. I hated Star Fox Zero at that point. But then I got better at it.
Yeah.
And I learned how to control from the static, and I think they could have done that better. Like, I'm not gonna defend that, but I've learned to play so it's not an obstacle for me anymore. And anyway, the rest, like you're saying, going through the canyon, those runs, and even the all range mode, like the dog fighting, with the new controls, it's amazing. That's a step forward.
Yeah. It has some positives. Yeah.
It's a good game. It looks pretty good. It plays pretty good, but it doesn't have all of the bells and whistles it should.
Yeah.
It doesn't have multiplayer, which it should have.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. Like that that's one of the points I made in my video. Star Fox 64 has local multiplayer, split screen, 4 people.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you could play on foot, you could play in a Landmaster, or you could play in an R-Wing all at the same time. So if one person wants to go on foot, and one person wants to be in a Landmaster, and one person wants to be in an R-Wing, you can do that. Yeah. Why is Star Fox Zero? Why does Star Fox Zero not have the same amount of options and content as a 19-year-old game that set the standard? Some people like the original Star Fox best. I think that's crazy because I think the original Star Fox was a great tech demo. I don't think it's necessarily a great game. Star Fox 64 set the standard, and a game released 19 years later that's a reimagining of it. It just isn't as good as the original. It doesn't play as good. It looks better, but it does not play as good, and it's not as memorable, in my opinion.
And I think you said something very important. Sorry, Jason, to cut you off. I'm going to stop talking.
Go. Oh, did everybody just disconnect?
I'm here.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, everyone's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cut you guys all off.
Okay, but Sean, you said something important, man. You said something about the standard. And I guess for me, man, when it comes to a first-party Nintendo game, my standards are so high with Nintendo's first-party studios. And so I remember playing Star Fox 64 when it first launched on my 64, and I was blown away. And so even, of course, you can't compare it because the technology has advanced so far in certain aspects, but I expected to be blown away like I was 20 years ago. And it just didn't happen for me. And so
they did drop the ball. I agree. Yeah. Star Fox Zero, while good, I enjoy it. I prefer it. So much missing. And when you look at the Nintendo standard and what they tend to deliver, they could have done so much more. And it doesn't feel like it was that further away from happening. Like I feel they could have done it with maybe a few more months, half a year more of development.
Yeah, who knows? But I think it's all about the NX behind doors, man. They're big guns. What is it? EAD. They're working on the NX games, and so the C team did Star Fox. No, Platinum Games did it, but
well, the writing is on the wall. You can see the quality of the games of Nintendo. It feels like they're just cleaning out their buffer. There's a whole NX. It's like, what are you guys doing? Like they are not being themselves, and obviously they're kind of like evolving right now, right? They're just hoarding themselves
and we're suffering. Nintendo, we're suffering while you're working on the NX. We don't got any games, man.
We
Give us
don't.
some games.
Well, yeah, and I mean, look at the sales. Look at the Japanese sales for the game. Worse than Command.
Yeah.
Like,
horrible,
What?
man.
Zero? Zero is worse than Command?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zero sold a little less than Command did in the same
Yeah.
launch time frame. Like,
Yeah.
and Command was an abomination.
Yeah.
Like, it's
You know,
not a
actually-
terrible game.
Yeah, Command on the
different.
DS. I actually
Yeah.
liked it, man. I liked it. It was
I mean,
cool. It was
it's
a
different.
change in form. Yeah, that's a different. That's a good description. Different. It was different.
And it's weird because they're not putting out new games, but even their marketing is off. Like Star Fox Zero is coming out. It's first game in a long time. That's whatever. And then the eShop is naked, and they just put out the DS game. Well, like, really, you can't put out the other two, even three Star Fox games? You can't, give it a little bit more hype around your whole Star Fox launch?
That's what I'm saying, man.
There's
Something. The hype, man.
The hype.
I remember watching the Nintendo Direct in November, and that's when they revealed Zelda HD, Twilight Princess HD,
And
and so that's when I was saying to myself, I was like, oh my goodness, 2016 is going to be the best Nintendo year ever. They are stacking it at the beginning of the year with Twilight Princess HD.
Yep.
We got that Pokken tournament coming. Hype for that Pokken tournament. And there was one more big game. There was another a third game.
There was a lot of 3DS
Oh,
stuff.
Star Fox Zero. No, Star Fox Zero.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was like, we got three, man, that's unheard of for Nintendo to drop three big games in such a short period of time. And so I said, oh, that the writing's on the wall. That means the NX is coming out the second half of the year, and we're going to go crazy as Nintendo fans. And then April 27th happened. And then,
April 20th. I love it.
The day that we're moving into.
the day of doom, April 27th.
Oh my God.
We're not having the Nintendo NX in the fall, and you have no games to play in the meantime, and Zelda has been delayed.
Just everything. You just get
Man.
the huge shaft as a fan, of course.
Oh my goodness.
And that brings us to our very big topic tonight. Is there any hype left? Any Nintendo hype left in 2016?
Oh,
No.
oh.
No.
Now, don't get me wrong. Zelda, I'm anticipating Zelda. I'm hyped for Zelda, but it's not coming out in 2016. So
But
there is no hype. Go ahead.
so there's the E3. We're gonna see all new sorts of Zelda stuff. There's gonna be some hype there, even though there's gonna be something.
Yeah, but my thing is, I can't give Nintendo a pass on this one. We can't give them a pass for showing just one game, man.
No.
Although it's Zelda, but there's nothing else. There is nothing else. I remember
You got Mario, Paper Mario.
Paper Mario, and even that, man. That's
Yeah.
where I'm like, man. Sometimes as a Nintendo fan, you get so frustrated. We got the leak that it was coming for the Wii U, and so I was hyped. I was hoping that they'll go back to the Paper Mario 64 roots, even the GameCube, the GameCube Paper
That was
Mario.
near door,
that's
yeah.
one. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, go back to your roots, Nintendo. What do? They rinse and repeat the Paper Mario. What is it? The sticker star.
Yeah.
I didn't even finish that game on my 3DS, man. I was so frustrated with it.
I didn't even buy
it. And so it'll probably be a good game, but it seems like they're just cut and pasting the 3DS game.
Yep.
So
then you have-
go ahead.
But then you have the 3DS. So I mean, the Wii U, yes, it's dead.
Yeah.
But Nintendo is more than that. You've got your mobile games still coming, and you've got 3DS.
Fire Emblem. Yeah. But my thing is, though, is it really something we could get hyped for? Crazy. Oh, we got Dragon Quest 7, a game that's already been released on the PlayStation 2.
Well, look at Sean. He's pretty happy about it.
I do like the Dragon Quest.
He's pretty hyped about it.
Dragon Quest and Kirby, because to me, I like RPGs
Me too.
on handhelds
I'm right
just
there
because
with
it's easier.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's easier. You don't have to sit in front of your TV. You can lay in bed. You can do it, on your lunch break, wherever the hell you are. But I mean, there's good stuff for the 3DS. I'm still holding out. I still think Federation Force is going to be a decent game.
Yeah.
Kirby looks really good.
Kirby looks
But
fantastic.
And of course, there's a new Pokemon. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's nothing you already know. Let's assume that we already know what we're gonna see, because nothing's gonna be shown in E3 more than likely. So what we know is what's coming out this year for the 3DS. Is it something to get hyped about? I mean, not really. I mean, they're good, solid games. that'll add to the library. You know, there'll be good experiences, but it's nothing groundbreaking, nothing really different and exciting.
Yeah.
But we are.
Go ahead, Jason.
We are getting these little surprises, like we just got Minecraft skins on the Minecraft retail release, which just kind of came out of nowhere. That's kind of exciting when you got nothing.
I mean, but you have to look. You also have to look at the competition.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
You got to look at what the competition is doing too, and there's a lot of big games coming out. So like, I mean, I hate to go back to this, but the spring release is just terrible. The spring release is so terrible because you have all these bigger games coming out this year. And, you know, towards the end of the year, around the holiday season. So people are going to be spending money on consoles then. Yeah. They're not the only people that are going to buy the NX in the spring are the diehards. And you're going to have the same situation with the 3DS where it launched and nobody was really buying it because it was a high price, except in this case, it's just going to be because of a terrible launch time. You can have the most amazing games in the world, but the average kid isn't going to be able to get one because his mom isn't going to be like, okay, well, you know, it's March, let's go buy you a brand new console. No, you buy stuff during the holidays.
My point
80%, 80%, Nintendo said 80% of their sales come from holiday sales.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Yeah. And that's why part of me is saying maybe the NX isn't what we think it is.
Maybe.
I'm like, because I'm thinking if it was a powerful console with you have your big first party studios, why would you hide that from E3? Right. Why would you not want to show that your big guns? And so I'm in the 50-50 camp now with the NX. Maybe it's a 50% chance it is. That they just don't want Sony and Microsoft to see their hand. But I'm thinking at this late in the game with the Neo, they're probably not going to change the specs of those systems too much. And so part of me is saying maybe they just don't want them to see what the NX is all going to be all about. Part of me is saying maybe this is some kind of streaming device where you can play your Nintendo games on the cloud, on the PC, on all this other stuff, and you can maybe play it on the go or with your handheld connected some sort. But I don't know, man. Nintendo has me scratching my head at this point, man. Why? Is this the first time they're launching a console without revealing it at E3?
Yes.
In recent history.
Yeah. I can't.
It's relative history.
Yeah, that's what in the 3D era. We can't count the NES, of course, because E3 was. I don't even know if it was there.
But even in early E3, like early 2000s, Nintendo never really respected E3. Like they had their own event in Japan, which was Space World, and that's where they unveiled everything, and then they just kind of brought it over to E3. Yeah. So. It was really,
but I think that did sort of change, and I think it was 2003 whenever Reggie got on board.
I think so, but yeah, like they've never played by the rules, and that sometimes has helped them, but sometimes it's made it worse. Also, E3 is E3 devolving into, something new?
Yeah, I don't know. We know EA's not there. EA's not there. Activision's not there. But I think E3 is still the big show of the year, man.
Oh, for sure.
With Sony and Microsoft rumored to announce new hardware. I think all eyes will still be on the E3 crowd, and it's still beyond me. Why, Nintendo? Why? We don't have anything at E3. And this is, and I shared this in a video I did about two days ago, something like that, about momentum.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't understand momentum.
And they had it. With the NX, it was building. It was everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody was hyped for the NX.
And then you're like, April 27th, is it? Just kill it all. Kill it all.
They just killed it. They took away my Thomas the Engine Train. But
no toot.
Just thinking about the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 3 started off slow. It picked up steam, but Sony kept the steam going right through to the PlayStation 4 launch. What happened with the Wii and the Wii U? The Wii, we didn't have anything the last year. The Wii too. We had the Operation Rainfall games, but other than Skyward Sword, nothing on the Wii really as Nintendo fans. And so part of we know the Wii U failed for several other reasons, but part of it had no momentum from the previous generation. So Nintendo, man. I love Nintendo. Nintendo, I love you so much. But why you be tripping, man? You be tripping. Miyamoto, I hope you got my letter. Kimishima, I hope you got my letter.
I think they tried that momentum though. I think the Wii caught them a little bit by surprise. Then it was a success. Like, oh, we have the casual market. Let's bring in the tablet model Wii U, and let's bring in the hardcore by bringing third party. And it's like the casual
Mhm,
market's like, well, no, we don't
mhm,
want to follow you guys. And the hardcore or the gamers are just like, no, Nintendo, you don't know what you're doing. We got these
mhm,
guys who knows what gamers want. And then it's they that's what happened. Basically, both crowds fell, and then you had kind of the Nintendo diehards
mhm.
which were left as the Wii U early adopters, and then a few who came in because of the exclusives, because it was a great library.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but but as a I don't know, Nintendo, it's really easy to hate on Nintendo, but
yeah,
again,
yeah.
like it's really easy to admire them. I mean, they know how to make a profitable company. They've been in business for over 100 years. They've done so much for the industry, but it's like sometimes just what are you doing?
It's like, how can you damage control this? How can you say, Nintendo fans, it's all good, baby. We got one game, but it's all good.
It's good. It's all right. Yeah.
Let's
I
get a hype over Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. It's
oof.
all good,
Oh my
baby.
god.
And so we can't give them a pass, man. We can't. We have to let them know, Nintendo, enough's
Yeah.
enough. Come on, come on.
Well, I think they know. I think they don't care
Yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah. Nothing they can
I
really.
think they know, but they don't know what they're doing.
I
I
told you.
don't.
Go
I
ahead.
don't.
Go
I,
ahead.
like, I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean that in a realistic way. Like they're not sure what they want to do. And it's actually interesting how you were talking about, the 50-50 camp with the NX, because I mean, if they were to do something like that, like I don't know, because so much has changed
Mhm.
since they first said the words NX, because that was what, a year ago.
Something.
So the NX was supposed to be, the
Mm.
ecosystem
Yeah,
graph that was
yeah,
supposed to encompass your smartphone, your PC, your Wii U, and your 3DS. Okay, the
yeah.
Wii U is dead. So let's get that out of the equation. So now we're down to three other things. So what the hell is a home console necessarily going to do to utilize all three of these things? And does the 3D how is it going to incorporate the 3DS when, let's face it, the 3DS should have been the system to die,
Mhm.
because the 3DS has been out for 5 years.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time, and the new 3DS is not going to be a successor to it. Okay, the new 3DS
What is
is
it?
just a small improvement. It's like the DS to DSi. The DSi was not a replacement to the DS. It was a simple improvement, and that's what the new 3DS is. It's an improvement. There's better 3D. The extra analog nub is nice. It allows you to, play those games that you had to use a Circle Pad Pro to play before if you didn't have that, which I did, of course, because I'm an idiot. But it's time for the 3DS to have a successor as well.
Mhm.
So if you're going to phase out, I don't know, but now that I say that, now that I say what I just said and I think about it, it's kind of interesting,
Yeah,
because
Thinks after he
maybe
talks.
maybe
yeah,
we go back to the hybrid mentality,
yeah.
because you'd be killing two birds with one stone there.
And Nintendo's development teams have merged, and so I
Hmm.
don't think they're gonna be. It's gonna be hard for them to be developing two different consoles if they're all together as one. So who knows
So,
what the NX is, man?
and plus you have Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem going to mobile
Mobile,
now.
yeah,
So why not just replace your traditional handheld
with
with
mobile,
with mobile to an extent?
yeah,
And then for those who still want a handheld experience, you have this hybrid system where you can play at home or on the go.
yeah, yeah.
That
But
just solved the riddle.
but here's the thing though. If it's a hybrid, if it's something that you could go on the go, and if the graphics are to be, that means they're gonna have to compromise with the power. Because my thing is to have something more powerful than the PlayStation 4, which is what we want. It has to. If you're coming out with a new console and the PlayStation 4 has been what 3 years old now, it should be at least more powerful than the PlayStation 4. It's gonna be expensive, man. A handheld to squeeze that all that power down into one thing. Um, my only thing is if it would be on par with the Wii U as a handheld, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know anymore. Like I told you before, I think in the board meeting of Nintendo, there is somebody's drunk uncle running that meeting. Somebody's cousin is running that meeting.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
because in the same breath, like they're probably looking at Xbox and PlayStation and saying, well, what's the point in jumping in that ring? There's already two people fighting it out. Why are we
But
gonna go
but
in there?
But here's my thing: is Nintendo has an ace in the what's the saying? An ace in the spade? I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Ace up their sleeve.
Ace in the hole, or ace up the sleeve.
Ace somewhere.
They're first party studios. If Nintendo can work on court and third party developers, if Nintendo has third party support with first party support, that's their trump over Microsoft and Sony, in my opinion. They'll have big AAA games and the first part. That's just my thought.
Dude, it feels so simple. Like,
Yeah,
it looks like it's so easy. Like, for the last 6 months, I was like, 2016 is the year to get into Nintendo. I'm like, buy stock, it's going to go up. Like, they're going to rule mobile. They're going to get an NX to compete against the PS4 and Xbox One. They're going to bring in third-party developers. They're going to have their first party. They're just going to dominate everything. And now it's like, nope, we're just going to give everything away. Like,
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting question. Why aren't they doing that? Because if everyone can see it, why aren't they doing it? It's not because they don't have the resources. It's not because they don't have the manpower. It's not because they don't have the knowledge. So why the hell are they not doing it?
Yeah.
They've already shown that they could do mobile. Okay. Mitomo sucks. Okay. Let's face it. Mitomo is dumb as hell after a day.
The best part, I'm gonna let you finish on. The best part of Mitomo is creating your character, when you can change up the voice. But after that, but go ahead, Sean.
and getting the coins for your account, for your Nintendo account. That's it.
Yeah.
But they showed that there is a high interest in what they do in mobile. So that's easy. Just throw stuff out there and people are going to gravitate towards it. You know how to make games for your consoles, and you have some money that you need to spend, or else you're going to become irrelevant. So I don't understand. I just don't get it. Why they're so afraid. Like, there's companies that will work with them. Look at Smash Brothers. Look at you had Squaresoft in there, you had Capcom in there, you had Sega in there, you have Platinum Games in there. Yep. There are Japanese companies that will. Here's the thing about video games that makes it so simple. Japanese companies respect tradition and they respect people that work with them. Nintendo always works with them. So Japanese companies are not outside the realm to putting their games on the system. The only ones that don't necessarily like Nintendo are the Western companies, are the EAs, the Activisions. But in that same breath, they give a shit about one thing and one thing only, and that's money. And if there's money to be made, they will put their games on the console. Look at all the Call of Duties that were on your Wii versus on your Wii U. Why do you think that was? Because of the install base, because Activision said we can make money. All the Maddens that were on the Wii as opposed to the Wii U. Why was that? Because EA realized they could make money. If they can make money and there's an install base, they don't care if you kick their cat in the head and punch their mom. Oh. They will put their games on your system to make money. And that's all you have to do to court these Western developers is just sell units. It's so simple. I don't get it.
So here's maybe an answer. Do you think it has anything to do with Iwata's leadership, who was more of a, he came from a game development background. He was a game developer who rose into a leadership role. Now, do you think that because of his leadership, he was more focused on bringing something new because he is a creator versus a more traditional businessman, which is, who cares how we get money as long as we get money within the philosophy of the business?
It's an interesting question.
They need businessmen.
And that's what they have now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why I like Kimishima, and that's why I don't like people giving him shit already, because he essentially is finishing up with what Iwata was doing. Whether you think what Iwata was doing was right or wrong, that's besides the point. He's just finishing out that vision, and then maybe that's why this is the 2016 that we're seeing, because of what Iwata wanted to do, and Kimishima wants something different.
Yeah, you need time to change a company that size.
You have to remember, there's a reason why Miyamoto and Takeu, or whatever his name was, were only interim presidents for 3 months, if that. There's a reason why. There's a reason why Kimishima was put in there, and that's, I feel, for the business side of things, because I mean, let's face it, it's video games are a business, and you can have fun in business, but you also have the business side of business. There's money. There's, you have to focus on that at some point in time, and maybe this is the point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to capture the Western market. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
it's changed. The world has changed a lot in 20, 30 years. I would say,
And
the Japanese gaming market used to be kind of, yeah, you want.
go ahead.
I don't necessarily think I don't think necessarily that what they have to do is capture the Western market. I think they need to stop focusing on the Japanese market,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
I've been saying for what, a year and a half now.
Yeah.
They
And
need
they
to
did.
stop
Yeah.
focusing on it.
And your boy EJ Anuma, he did say the new Zelda game gonna have those Western elements. He didn't go into the details, and so we'll find out in about a month when E3 comes around. But Nintendo,
Microtransactions and DLC,
there
baby.
you go, DLC, baby, for the win. That's right. Spend $2 to get you some new Link boots.
If you want to get the steel boots to get to the water temple, you have to pay $5.
$2.
$2.
Hey, we
I'm
didn't
glad
give out a code. We said we'd give out codes, and we're like
No,
30
shit.
minutes
Give
in.
out a code.
All right, do we have a trivia
Um,
question?
No, I'm an idiot.
All right, Obi-Wan, do you, or Sean, or anyone, if you have a trivia
What do
question.
you mean by
I'll
trivia
I'll
question?
find.
A Nintendo trivia question?
Yeah, so
yeah.
we usually ask a question that's fairly difficult,
Okay.
and
Okay.
whoever's the first to answer it wins the code,
Hmm.
and preferably not something that you can Google too fast.
Okay.
Well, I just
I'm
noticed
on
there's
Google right now.
a cat behind me.
Um,
Oh, a Nintendo trivia code.
So what's good? What's a good one? It's good.
here,
for-
I'm just gonna do an easy one. Oh no, that's too
Go ahead,
easy.
Sean. Go ahead, do it. Make it an easy one.
How easy?
It's very easy. Let me switch it though. I can make it difficult.
Okay.
Show. Okay, when was Zelda 2 on the NES released in North America? I need an exact day.
Oh, your boy don't even know that one.
And that is going to
And
be
in
for an affordable Space Adventure Wii U code.
That's hard.
That's a pricey game, affordable space adventure. It's not very affordable if you
Wow.
catch my drift.
Wink, wink. I think it's 25 bucks here in Canada.
It was $20 in the States. It was a good game though. I really
I
liked
think
that game.
I know the year and the quarter of that Link's Adventure came.
I don't remember. It was 1980 something.
It was late 80s, and I'm pretty sure it was in the spring.
Oh.
I need day, month, day, year. People.
Oh,
Month,
the day.
year.
Oh, Sean is.
I
making
make
it
people
hard.
work for my stuff.
That's not easy. The day.
Sean likes
The
to
boy
make it
said
hard.
the day. Somebody said. Somebody in the chat has it. Well, I don't know if it's right. Well, there's a couple of dudes saying it.
December.
No.
Everybody's saying no.
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know this one. Boom, boom.
So this is
boom,
Affordable Space Adventure. Now, we will be giving out another code later in the show, which is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Shantae. I never played any of the Shantae games.
No, the Pirate's Curse was my first one. It's pretty good.
Because I'm really not. Go ahead.
It's funny. You know what they're doing? They're just going to Google and typing it in, not realizing that Google is giving you the Japanese release date on the Famicom disk system. Okay, I said North America. You do not win Mega Man X Gamer. I did not say when did it come out on the Famicom disk system in Japan. I said in North America.
North America.
Okay.
In the West.
Caleb seems
on the
right.
West side, baby. West Coast.
Caleb,
he's not right.
No.
No.
Thought it was in the spring.
What's up, Rhinoceros? What's up?
Freaking finally, the Fuzz Dude.
The Fuzz
Dude, that's the homie.
December
AKA
1st.
Vanilla Thunder. That's his real name, Vanilla Thunder.
Is it?
Vanilla Thunder.
Nice. December 1st, 1988. It was a holiday release. See, even the second Zelda didn't come out in random March.
Yeah.
Vanilla Thunder, you are the winner.
So, Fuzz Dude, you win Affordable Space Adventure. We'll send you the code after the show. And if I forget, just ping the Nintendo Enthusiast account. But I usually don't forget.
You got it, homie.
Yep. Congrats. It's
What's
a fun
up,
game.
ASAP? What's up, ASAP? I see you in the chat, homie.
It's a fun game, Affordable Space Adventure. Have you tried it, Obi-Wan?
No, I'm not a real big indie dude. I know you do the indie. I know you do the indie corner. That's blasphemy. Blasphemy to Jason. I know Jason's covering his ears. But I don't really play too many indie games, man. What's the last indie
I gotta
game?
wear the hype hat upside down.
Oh,
no. This hype hat smells. I don't know what it's been.
I like Trine 3. Is that an indie game? Is that considered indie?
Which
Trine?
one?
Yeah.
Trine is, yeah. Trine's a really good game.
I'm looking forward to Cuphead. That's an indie.
It
dev.
is. It is. Cuphead's also good.
That looks cool. So,
I can give you a few suggestions of some good ones.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to. Oh, Guacamelee, right off the top of my head, is an amazing
I
indie
hear
game.
a lot of good things about it. You know what? I haven't even played Shovel Knight. I know. Everybody in the chat. Oh, Shovel Knight. I can't believe it. But I haven't played Shovel Knight either.
Yeah, you gotta try Shovel Knight as well.
Yeah. That's my subs are telling me that all the time. We got the homie. OJ Player Essence. What's up, OJ?
Is Francis in here? What is OJ, dude?
Yeah.
The homie. OJ. OJ is in the
He's
house.
on your side. He doesn't like Star Fox Zero either. I saw him. I saw him hating.
Yeah, he told me his subscribers would tell him to get good.
Yeah.
OJ, you gotta get good,
He
baby.
does.
You gotta get good. Get your weight up, man. Get your Star Fox Zero skills up.
Disappointing. All right, where were we at before we went code hunting there? What were we talking about? Microtransactions in Zelda. Nintendo doesn't know what they're doing.
Nintendo.
Do you guys want to talk more about that? Or do you want to go to the lightning round right now?
It's on you, man. It's on you, man.
Sean, how about you? What do you think? Your call.
I think we could just. I mean, we got 15 minutes. We got a special guest. I'm sure they'll have lots of questions for him.
Oh, okay. We're doing.
Let's
okay, go ahead.
open it up to the crowd.
Go ahead. What question do you have for your boy? OB1 Nintendo related.
Yes.
Talk.
Preferably Nintendo. So toss up your questions or your topics, whatever. What are your thoughts on 2016 Nintendo? What do you think Nintendo is up to? Is Nintendo going down? Are they losing their way? And 2 years from now, they're just going to start eating up through all that cash they got, and then they're going to be gone in 10 years? Or do you think that there's something big behind the curtain? Do you think Sean's crazy? Do you think Obi-Wan's crazy?
Somebody in the chat, small mistake, is saying, talk about that Pokemon announcement tomorrow. I'm not a big, my subscribers know, I'm not a real big Pokemon dude. I'm just playing Pokemon X for the first time in my life. And so I would be lying to you if you said I was hyped about the Pokemon Sun and Moon. I am interested to see what the game's going to be all about, but my hype level on Pokemon Sun and Moon is about a...
What's the announcement? I'm not even aware of this.
They're like showcasing it tomorrow.
My homie, hold on. I saw OJ. He did ask too, how do I feel about the Nintendo NX price? Now, I do follow my girl Emily Rogers. I did see something she tweeted today that the NX is a product of the Iwata era, and the first thing that came to my mind was an underpowered console at a cheap price. And so I'm thinking now two thoughts. If it's going to be an underpowered console, I don't think it's going to sell. And so I'm going to price it as a powerful console for what gamers really want, more powerful than the PlayStation 4 on the same level as the PlayStation Neo. I think it has to sell. I think $399 would be the sweet spot.
Does it need to be more powerful than like for gaming?
That's a good question. Does it need to? In order to sell, I think it's going to have to be powerful.
But aren't we kind of at that point where it's like, all right, it's good enough?
This is what I think with devs. It's going to be the same excuse this generation with the Wii U last generation. If it's not powerful, now I'm a dude. I could care less about the power. I just want great games. I want the games to be good. But if it's not going to be powerful, I can hear EA. It's too hard to make Madden on the NX and the PlayStation Neo at the same time. It's too hard to do all this stuff. And the third-party developers are going to come up with excuses. And what's the hot topic on PlayStation 4 channels, Xbox YouTube channels? Resolution, frame rates. That's what we're talking about now. And so when games go up and NX is perceived as an underpowered console,
that's part of the problem, though.
Channels
like that are part of the problem.
I don't think the PlayStation Neo or whatever they're calling it, I don't necessarily think that that's a good idea. And I don't necessarily think that that's going to catch on because you already have a 40 million plus install base that already bought your system at least $300. So what you're going to tell them is they can upgrade at a full price to get a slightly more powerful system that developers can't develop games solely for it. They can only develop games with the PS4 in mind, and then there's upgradable things that you can do to utilize that power. But my question is, how many developers are actually going to utilize that power? Because you don't have the install base. So you're going to waste man hours, you're going to waste development time, you're going to waste all this time and effort to satisfy a small portion of the user base. To me, it's the same situation as the new 3DS versus the old 3DS. There are 3 new 3DS games that utilize the new 3DS: Xenoblade Chronicles 3D, The Binding of Isaac, and Hyrule Warriors Legends runs better. 2 of those are first-party Nintendo games. 1 is an indie game. I don't foresee a lot of companies wanting to develop for the Neo unless the install base is there.
And devs are already complaining about it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in that. Like, it's such a terrible decision by Sony. It makes no sense to me.
The reason why they're doing it, Sony, their pride, their ego, they want to have the most powerful console.
It is.
Microsoft, they see what's happening with Xbox. I think why is the Xbox One not selling as well as the PlayStation 4? I think primarily the perception is you're paying the same amount of money for a weaker console. And so that's why I'm saying if the Nintendo NX is going to sell, it has to be a powerful console. And I think power is going to cost money, man. It's going to cost money.
It has to be powerful enough for sure, but
powerful enough. Yeah, that's
at least on the same level as the PS4.
Yeah, at least that's the minimum.
Yep. There's a question here I'm actually curious about. Obi-Wan, are you tired of NX rumors?
Am I tired of NX rumors? I'm tired of it depends. It depends what the rumor's about. If it's about, I'm more hyped about software rumors. And it depends on where the source is coming from. If it's coming from a source that's been right in the past before, your boy gets hyped. Your boy's going to make a video on it. Your boy's going to have...
Oh, shit.
Obi-Wan.
He's going to eat tinfoil? What do you...
Tinfoil. Obi-Wan's going to be like, no, don't believe the rumors. But I'll still be hyped about it. And so I am still hyped about good Nintendo NX rumors. If it's just some random doom on Reddit, I don't know if I'm going to report on it still.
Yeah, avoid the random dudes on Reddit.
I might. Those views are too tempting.
They are.
Put NX in the title. NX! Exclamation marks.
It's true though. My God.
Yeah, that's Sean's
thoughts exactly.
Yeah. Everyone wants to know about the NX this, and so if it's a good rumor and I'm excited for it, there've been some NX rumors that I actually just ignored. But for the most part, if it's because my NX hype is at about a 8 right now. Okay. I was at an 11 on April 26th. And so I was hyped, and so I'll make a video if it excites me. But knowing that part of it too is now that it's pushed back for almost another whole year of just NX rumors.
Yeah, you're gonna be blue balling.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be.
Can you have enough hype juice to keep you till?
No, I don't have enough hype juice. For a whole year.
Shit, that's a long time.
I have a whole year of hype juice.
You have to refill.
I say in the chat, LJ.
All right,
that's the bad elf. Would a digital only NX turn you guys off? I know Obi prefers digital, but what about Jason and Sean? I love physical. I will always love physical. So yes, an all digital. I wouldn't buy an all digital.
Yeah.
It would turn me off. Yeah, it would turn me off. Would I not buy it? Probably not. I have tons of digital, but every time I look at them, I cringe a little because I need the plastic. I need my case. So I'm a digital kind of guy, or physical kind of guy.
Digital is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, I love the convenience because I hated going to GameStop 12 o'clock midnight to get Madden, 12 o'clock midnight to get the next Assassin's Creed game. And so I hated waiting in line. Part of it was cool because they had tournaments and pizza and stuff like that. But it's just so convenient to already preload the game. Uncharted 4, already have it preloaded on my PlayStation 4. Right at midnight, your boy's going to be playing that Uncharted 4. And so the convenience of digital games. And I like to just go there and just see my library all in one place. But at the same time, I was talking so much, I forgot the bad side to the, The memory. It takes up, especially this day and age, games. Oh my goodness, games are like 30 gigabytes, 40 gigabytes. And so right now my PlayStation 4 is full. I just deleted Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I just had to delete. It was so hard, man. Hard for me to delete Shadow of Mordor. But I deleted Shadow of Mordor off of my PlayStation 4 just so I can fit Uncharted 4 on it. And so space, talking about space, bring it back to the NX. The NX better have a
Lots of
terabyte hard drive minimum. And
Yes.
that's why I say it's going to be costly because of just even the cost of the hard drive. A 1 terabyte, just so we can hold those games on, because games take up a lot of space nowadays, man. And so it's a double-edged sword with digital games.
It's crazy though, because even if you get your disc now, half of it has to install your console anyway. So
Yeah.
you're
I don't get that. What's up with that?
well,
You
it's
gotta
because
buy the game and still install it.
it's because the game doesn't run fast enough off disc. Like disc has kind of become a bottleneck now for the games. So this
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
NX running on cartridge thing might actually, be a good
Oh
thing.
yeah. Now, if Nintendo can work, and Nintendo knows how to, that's the one thing about Nintendo. They're an innovative, a smart company.
Yep.
And so if they can figure out how to get a 40 gigabyte game on a cartridge with no load times, then I would be all in for hard copies of games. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's become so cheap now. Before optical was the way to go. You got more memory for cheaper, but now I don't know exactly if the carts have come down cheaper than discs. But I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
that's another-
surprised because there's less and less discs in the world, so prices going up.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Look at how cheap flash memory cards are now.
Exactly.
I mean, they're so cheap you could just translate that to a cartridge. Jason, do you think Zelda will be delayed till summer or November of 2017?
No, no, it's coming out with the NX. It has to. I think it has to.
A better question is the NX coming out in March 2017?
Wasn't
Or
it
does
confirmed?
Nintendo-
I think it has to, because what are you can't go more than a year without a home console.
But here's
can
my
you?
thing. Nintendo has said dates before and then pushed it back.
Right.
Part of me is saying they put that March date out there because it's before the end of their next fiscal date.
Oh yeah, true.
And it has to do with investors
Yep.
and their finances. And so it makes business sense
True.
to put March. March is the very last month of their fiscal year. And so it's very easy for them to say in February, NX, we have to delay it until holiday 2017.
And that would make sense because what do they have to lose in delaying it from March? We already know the consequence.
No games.
But that's fine. They have no games right now, and the holiday is the big moment. So delaying holiday to March, big deal. They're losing a lot of money there. Delaying from March to June to E3, or even delaying it to the holiday of that year. What's the consequence? More bad press. They already got bad press. What is there to lose?
Yeah, Nintendo fans will be gone anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
So why not wait for the next holiday cycle and just go in with a bang?
I don't know, man. Just the fact that I still can't get over the fact that we have to go this whole until March 2017. If that's the date it's coming out, and we don't have any big games to play on the Wii U.
Makes it hard to be a Nintendo channel, doesn't it?
That's why your boy's talking about Battlefield and Call of Duty.
I hear.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. We have to get a little bit more creative here at Nintendo Enthusiasts. We can't just go Battlefield Enthusiasts.
Thank God someone's 3DS capture card is coming in.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh, Obi-Wan. How long did it take you to get your capture card?
Oh, I forgot. I think it took about a week. It went sooner than I expected. It went quicker than I expected. Did you get it from Katsu Kitty?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you spent a lot of money to mail that to Japan, man.
Where did you get your? Okay, I ordered mine in January and it just shipped. Just this week it just shipped. May.
Oh no, it didn't take me that long.
Yeah, I saw you in a stream. I was like, how did Obi-Wan get a freaking capture card?
Part of it too, I kept emailing them and following up on them, man. You got to follow up with them dudes.
I did.
But,
I was like, can we get this?
Quicker than I expected. It didn't take that long. But good stuff, man. Yeah, you need a 3DS capture card now, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
So you went from Katsu Kitty too?
Yeah, that's where I got it from. A little costly, but
double standards. Maybe it's because I'm in Canada and they don't like Canada or something. I don't know.
And after the fact, one of my subs were telling me that there's someone in the U.S. that does capture cards. I didn't know that. Loopy or something like that.
Oh, I
Could have got it from.
couldn't
I
find
coulda
it.
Yeah, I couldn't either. So
Jason and Sean, is anybody else here still excited for Mighty Number 9? No.
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 I'm
Go
still
to
gonna
hell.
play it. I'm still gonna play
I'll
it.
still play it, but
Yeah.
I'm not excited for
No
it. Like,
excitement. I have played it a few times, and
Oh, okay, good.
I'm not excited about it.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's
Those comments are bad.
okay.
My ears are closed. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Good news. Good news. Good news. I think Mega Man fans will find some enjoyment in it.
Okay.
I'm not a hardcore Mega Man fan. I prefer Mega Man X.
Okay.
But I prefer like what's that other series that they have?
I actually prefer
Azure
the
Striker.
I
Azure
prefer
Striker.
the old school Mega Man games on the
Yeah.
NES.
So you might like it.
Wasn't a real big fan of the X series, but go ahead.
Yeah, so you might like it. Like I'm all about the dashing and the wall jumping and all that, but
Okay. No. But I don't get how a 2D platformer can be delayed 4 times.
Because they're
What's going
idiots.
on with that? What's going on with
Sean
that?
has theories.
You
You want him to rant? Let's poke him a little. He'll rant.
I don't get it, man. I'm glad I didn't back that game. That's why I don't do Kickstarters.
No.
Why would you pay for a game before it comes out? And they could cancel the game at any time and you lose your money. I don't get it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I backed 4 or 5 about
Mm-hmm.
2-3 years ago. I haven't played one yet. So
Okay.
I stopped doing that, of course.
Okay, yeah.
All right, next
So-
question. Sean, are you following this? There's a lot of comments going through.
Yeah. It's 9.
Let's grab 5 more. We good with
Someone
that?
talked about the NX controller.
The NX controller, will it be gimmicky? Depends. If it wants to have backwards compatibility to some extent, yes, it will be.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be gimmicky. I think like you might see touchscreen to support the Wii U games,
Yeah.
but it'll be a sexier controller in my. I think that they're going to make it more like a Vita style.
They need to.
Smaller.
But even the Vita, man, the Vita wasn't a traditional controller. Because I going from my PlayStation 4 to playing on the Vita, you can tell that the Vita has been dumbed down a little bit. It's not as comfortable. They need to just have a traditional controller with, like you said, Jason, some kind of screen maybe implemented within it. But the form factor, for the most part, has to have the 2 thumbsticks, 4 trigger buttons.
Yeah.
Just something comfortable and ergonomic, man, for long hours of gaming.
Yeah.
And you don't have to charge every
Oh
2
my
minutes,
God.
man.
They need to
my
go Pro Control. Just go with the Pro Control. That is a perfect controller, and it has 80-hour battery life. And
This thing is a gas guzzler, man.
yep.
Oh my goodness. I love the gamepad. And it's comfortable, not as light as it looks, but every 2 minutes you got to plug it in, man. You got to keep it close to a plug.
Yep. All right. Next question. We are at the end of the show, but we'll take a few more questions.
Yep, you're right, Caleb. I did give away my Vita. I gave away my Vita.
That's a shame. I want one. I don't have one, but I want one.
Yeah, it had good Japanese RPGs, but other than that,
All right. No. Do we have another trivia? We gotta get rid of Shantae and the Pirate's Curse.
Okay.
How about Shantae's release date?
Huh.
Her first debut. No, that's too easy.
I
am wearing
released on the Game Boy Color. North American release date. Go.
When was what? I didn't hear it.
When was Shantae released on the Game Boy Color?
Oh, that's too easy.
On the Game Boy Color.
I could have pulled out some Way Forward trivia. Look at this sexy sweater. Way Forward right here. Straight from the studio too.
Jason is a baller.
Yep. What's the date?
I mean, someone's bound to say it.
Yeah. So this is for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for the 3DS. I think there's cross-buy, so you can redeem the code and get a Wii U version. Pretty sure.
I need month, day, year. Come on, people.
Somebody said May 17th. Fun
That's
bingo.
wrong.
Well, it's missing a year. It's missing a year.
Fun bingos. You're wrong. Ha ha ha.
Look at that face.
We got a winner. Mega Gamer X. We got a winner.
Mega Gamer X 1000. All right. All right, Mega Gamer, I will send it to you through YouTube right after the show.
What's up, HBM? I see you in the chat, homie. Hayden.
All right. So thanks everyone. We will be wrapping up today, right, Sean? We got nothing else that we usually do at this point. No, we don't. So thank you
Yeah.
everyone for joining us on tonight's Class vs. Crass. Thank you, Obi-Wan, so much for coming.
Good stuff, man.
Where can people find you if they want more of you and they don't know of your existence?
Right here at Nintendo Enthusiast. Obi-Wan Plays.
No, you're not taking over this channel. Get out of here. You go stay on your Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan
Battlefield
Plays
Call of
podcast.
Duty.
It's not gonna be Crass versus Class next week. It's gonna be Obi-Wan Plays versus Nobi-Wan Plays.
No, nobody. Nobody. It's gonna be
for
hype
my
versus hype.
subscribers who are for my subscribers who have come over, I see a couple of you guys in the chat. Make sure before you leave this chat, you see the subscribe button right below that Nintendo Enthusiast. Click that subscribe button to stay up to date on all that Nintendo goodness right here at Nintendo Enthusiast. Your boys. I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you guys, Jason. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Obi-Wan. And Sean, what can we expect from you?
I don't know. It just kind of happens. For all you guys that came over from Obi-Wan's channel, thank you for checking us out. Like he said, make sure you subscribe to the Nintendo Enthusiast. You can also, if you like retro gaming, you see that Retro Gaming Tube 85 that just sit here. Subscribe to that. I do some fun stuff on there. And if you are from our channel and you are unfamiliar with Obi-Wan, make sure you go check him out. I will put his name in there, Obi-Wan Plays. Go check out his channel, and thank you for coming out. We had a good show tonight.
And for anyone who is familiar with the channel or who isn't, we're kind of in a state of transformation here at Nintendo Enthusiast where we canceled a bunch of shows that were going strong or were going for a long time. So we're trying to find our footing. I've got 5 videos in production, which are kind of lengthy to put together. But we're going to bring back the Sean and Jason skits. There's a huge one in development right now, and that's kind of why we haven't been doing them. But we're going to do some simpler ones so that we can keep doing those every 2 weeks at least. And then there's an amazing series I have to get out before E3. It's so good. You guys are going to love it, I hope. So yeah, stay tuned for Nintendo Enthusiasts for all that good stuff. And if we don't see you in any of that, we'll see you on next week's Class vs. Crass here with Sean and myself.
Wait, hold on, Jason.
Yep.
Jason.
Yep.
Can you hear this? Tell me if you can hear this. Obi-Wan Plays. Can you hear any music?
I can hear it. Yep.
Mixtape number 1.
Is
Let's go. Why you hating on the end? Hating on the end. Hating on the end. All right, let me stop.
No, keep. We always end the podcast on a song, so
Okay.
let's do that. So until next week's, keep it classy, or as Sean would say,
Keep it crassy.
and as Obi-Wan would say,
Keep it classy.
sing
Keep
us off.
Classy. Hating on the end. How you hating on the end? Still go, Michael Pachter. Stop hating on the end. We don't got no games. But stop hating on the end. That annex is coming out. It's coming. Just chill. Hating on the end. You crying in the end. Hating on the end. You crying in the end. Hating on the end.
Oh, they can't see that though.
The end, and they still won't win.